Abesh.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I am Abesh and I am from Nepal. So, as you guys already know, that we got Everest and everything. So today I don't want to talk a lot about mountains because I think we talk about it a lot of times. But still, it's not that we just have Mount Everest. Out of like top 10 like tallest mountain in the world, we already have like 8 out of 10. So I'm gonna talk a little different. I feel like Nepal has a lot to offer more than just a mountain. Yeah, so we're gonna speak of those things. So geographically, we're located in between two of the powerhouse country, in between China and India.
It
And
seems like it's a little bigger than the original. I mean,
I mean,
is it that big?
it looks that right now. We're very small. I think, but we're bigger than South Korea, as
Really?
yeah, area wise. So the population is little low. We just have like 30 million population back home. Yeah, and like talking about, we have a lot. I mean, even though we have less population, we speak almost about 123 languages inside the country. Yeah, and Nepali is the kind of official language of my country, and I speak my own language and then Nepali too. So my mother side language is different. My dad side is different because they were mixed inside the country. So yeah, and we observe about like because we have a lot of ethnicities. We celebrate a lot of festivals. So almost like every month there is any festivals coming around, and we get holidays. So like good thing is that we have a lot of holidays back home. And yeah, talking about the capital city. So capital city is like kind of formed inside a valley. So the Kathmandu Valley was kind of before it was just a lake kind of pond, but one of the I don't know if she was like a woman. She was one of the women who like kind of took out all the water from the valley and made like capital city there. And Kathmandu Valley is kind of made of. It's known as the city of temples. More than the house, there is a lot of temples in the capital city itself. So it's made of like 3 major cities. So it used to be a palace of king back then, like these 3 cities. And let's talk about one of the touristy places. Like after Kathmandu, people usually fly out here. They don't stay in Kathmandu a lot. This is like a touristy place. Every tourist be there. So it's the reason behind it. It is famous is it kind of offers, like different kind of activities, like all in one package kind of thing. And it has a very beautiful lake, and in the middle of the lake you have a temple and you can do like kayaking, and you have the beautiful like mountainous view of like I think second highest mountain it is of Nepal. And yeah, it is cool because it's for people who love adventure. So paragliding, bungee jumping, it is one of the like highest bungee jumping place where you like I want to do that to be honest, but yeah, it's like down you have the river, so it's like a little bit dangerous, but still hot air balloon, rafting, of course. And let's talk about, so we have a lot of national park too. So I think we are rich in nature and forest too, and I think we have around 10 or something more than that. And this is one of the popular for because it's like located nearby another last city, Pokhara. So tourists usually go there, and it's a home for Bengal tigers. We have a lot of tigers there, and of course one-horned rhinoceros too. And people usually like foreigners or like even Nepalese, they hang out in like safari and do a little bit of camping in the riverside near like inside the national park. And next we have a hunting reserve. So you can go if you have the license, you can pay. I think it takes about $3,000, around $3,000 to $4,000 for tourists to hunt. So you can hunt this what do you call it, forest goat and deers and a lot of eagles out there if you want to. Kind of cool place. And Mustang is it's kind of sound like Mustang car kind of thing, but this is the only desert area of Nepal. We don't have like desert or any sea, but it looks like, but it is like kind of fake desert there. And this is usually famous for us as when we are student, we are usually taken there. It's like our, how do you call it, popular places for student, usually in high school where you go tour. And it has a lot to offer. The activities, you can do horse riding, and this place is, back then there was no people, but then the Tibetan people, when they had a war, they kind of shifted toward Nepal, and they still stay there. So it's a like mix of Tibetan culture in a whole general. And yeah, of course, horse riding, and they still have their king too, even though they don't exercise their power. The king and prince is still there, so you can at least meet king if you go there. And of course, the river falls, and this is popular for the people who love riding bikes, like dirt bikes. You could do that stuff too. And another place is Lumbini. So it's a popular place, I think, for mostly Asian country, because it's the birthplace of Gautam Buddha. So it is considered one of the World Heritage Site too. And I didn't know that before, but that I looked up it. Even Korea has the monastery in Nepal for Buddhism. In Lumbini, like this is dedicated towards Buddha. So Myanmar, Korea, Vietnam, China, everybody has their own monastery, like surrounded in that birthplace of Gautam Buddha right there.
Monash
Mm.
is a saint,
Sacred.
saint. No.
So the place cuisine, we love momo. So basically, it's a dumpling, and I think we can eat it every day, even though it's not our like lunch or dinner. But people usually kind of love a lot. So the one in the middle, the dal bhat, is like our daily lunch and dinner kind of thing. So we eat rice with a lot of veggies and meat, and kind of like pickles, kimchi. And the last one is like kind of Tibetan style, like noodles, like soup, meat in it. Yeah, and I feel like, I don't know about other, but you could at least eat dumpling. Like mandu is like kind of similar, but then you have a little bit different feelings, and you can get it in like different forms, like fried with soup, and like even with a little bit of pickles. So they have variety of it. And like some interesting fact about our country is we are the only country in the world with non-rectangular flag. Kind of we have it this way, two triangle kind, and we don't have Independence Day because we were never colonized. And yeah, and we use our own calendar, which is almost like 57 years ahead of the George calendar. Like now we are in 2082.
2082.
Yeah, back home.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Thank
So
you.
you are future of our country. So if we go to the Nepal, we are back to the future.
Yeah. Back to the future. Front to the future. If you have any questions,
Question?
yeah, go ahead.
recommended street foods.
Street foods. I kind of miss sausages back home. I feel like it's a lot tastier. Yeah, you're in the place, you don't, but yeah. Then we have like puff rice thing with a lot of like, we kind of mix it up with the noodles. We have a dry noodle back home which we can eat. Like we kind of people, kids I would say, prefer to eat. So we put it in that, and it's like a street food which is like very much tangy though, like a little bit of a lot of lemons and things. Yeah, very flavorful.
Good. Any further questions? Well, okay, the country so far, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and Nepal, and India, actually the great cultural, deep cultural and historical destination, but we never dreamed of going there because we are not pretty much sure or not familiar with the country. And people are eagerly to go visit Western Europe and the United States, which is very common to Korea. But you know, times goes by, people are look for more cultural diversity and then similar culture with us, and probably the Nepal, Uzbekistan, and the India is one of the potential great economic power country in the future. So in Korea, Korean students, you must learn their culture, and you surely visiting there. That's important. Okay, good.